Hi. Alrighty. I thought I'd just record something while I'm aware of what, I don't know, but I'm aware for a second, and outside in this very beautiful paradise. So I just wanted to say a little bit about judgments and opinions and all these segregated, compartmentalized ideas we get about life and people. And obviously we know that we put people into groups, and we write other people off, we write people off who aren't the way we think they should be, or looking the way we think they should be, and we need to be focusing on the important things, which at this moment is helping this planet and helping the people become aware again, helping them stand in their sovereign power again. It's been a long time of corruption and manipulation on the earth. I'm sure it's always been there to a degree. But there's a way out. There's a way out of everything. There's a way through everything. There's a way to evolve beyond everything. There's a way to a better future for humanity, And the ones who don't feel that's true have lost heart and lost faith. And in their heart has collapsed in that part of their life, their psyche. So despite all the changes happening on the earth and these negative things that are happening, I always remain positive. And I don't remain positive because I'm training myself to have a positive outlook, because I don't believe in that. Well, I mean, it's kind of good to a degree, but it's not the ultimate, Being real is the ultimate. Being authentic is the ultimate. Because through that authenticity, a change comes. Through being authentic, you allow life to be as it is, without smoke and mirrors, without illusions, without the lies and manipulation. And that's what we need. We need the authenticity to break through the layer of delusion, because these lies, they only keep us asleep. They only keep our generation, another generation that's asleep in the long trail of generations which have been asleep and disconnected from our Earth Mother, disconnected from the truth, disconnected from the true depth of the availability of depth that one can experience during this lifetime. There's a lot more to this world and to the experience of living a life than what we're aware of. In an average day, most of us, even those who are trying to wake up, are trying to become more in tune with life, are missing out a massive amount of what's really happening, of what's really going on. I feel that there is almost like a maze that we've been caught in. The maze of the mind, the maze of the fears, the maze of the worries, the maze of expectations of life, of how it should be and how we should be living and what we should be fitting in with. So many distractions, so many illusions, so many paths that may not always be the true path of the heart. Now, in this life, I plan to live the true path of the heart, to follow my inner wisdom, whatever that says, which may take me to situations that may cause pain, but we can't avoid life, can't avoid life. But what we can do is allow ourselves to align with truth, to align with that which brings joy to our heart, that which uplifts us, because in that upliftment we help the planet and the people, and we create positive change in the lives of whoever we're around. Unfortunately, the control that's going on the planet doesn't want people to be free and free and self-sovereign and generally positive. The whole thing is about keeping humanity in a lower vibration, which is kind of quite freaky to take in. We don't want to believe that. We want to believe that everything is our own faults, and we, as many say, are like a parasite on the earth, and we're nothing, which is exactly what the other energies that are in control of the planet believe we are. Nothing, because they despise the very human race that has caused all this trouble on the earth due to its weaknesses. The human race is a beautiful creature that has, on the most part, a true intention and a good heart. The human race wants to see the best in general for its brothers and sisters, but sometimes and often gets lost and pulled into the lies and the deceptions. We are very lucky to be on this earth and to have this earth life, but our consciousness and our mind and our thoughts are being kept caught within a limited range of experience and understanding, so that we don't break out of our cage. But the thing is, it's only when we break out of our comfort zone and our cage, true life begins. We need to be able to jump at times from that familiarity, from that comfort of the known, and wander out. Because when life gets stale, the energy doesn't move and the changes don't happen. There's a time for everything though, and there's a time for comfort, the comforts of home. There's a time for security, and there's a time for breaking free. And I guess everything needs to be in its own balance. There's so many things I can say that have been said before that aren't necessarily really that helpful, because I'm just taking up time on this phone recording this video, time which someone could be spending actually doing something with their life instead of watching someone go on about life. It's all kind of funny, really. We're at a very special time on the earth, and it's easy to be caught in your ego and think, well, it's special because it's my time, and this is when all the changes are happening because I'm born now, and that's why it's great. But really, if you look at it, we've had the technical crazy revolution stuff, we've had all the internet pop up, this connection all over the earth, we've had all these changes, we're having the changes on the planet to do with what we're doing to it, we're having all the crap with the plastic that we've put everywhere, all the rubbish that we're throwing away, we're having the awareness that we can't carry on doing what we're doing on the planet as a human race. So I mean, really, the main focus right now should be sorting this shit out, and some changes need to happen, whether that's just a small amount of leeway, it doesn't matter, as long as we do something, as long as each person does something. It doesn't matter what, we just need to actually do something, because as long as the focus is just kept on normal survival shite, and when I speak of that, I'm not saying we shouldn't be earning our money to get our places to live, but we should be being more careful about what we're buying and not just keep splashing out on rubbish, unless it really fulfills and means something to us. I'm sure a lot of us can agree on that. The amount of time that is spent doing mundane jobs to feed a system which is corrupt within its core is insane. You know, everyone is walking around like and working hard, you know, all the time, caught in this rat race, and everyone feels hopeless to it. Yet within us is boundless, unlimited potential, you know, to create positive change and do things that are helpful on the earth. But until we understand what's truly going on, we're never going to be able to change this stuff, you know. People have the understanding from one angle. They have the understanding from this angle, from that angle, about, you know, about the spirit stuff that's going on, or the spiritual stuff that's going on. Another person has the understanding that we need to be fit and physical and healthy in order to have proper energy to fulfill our jobs. Another person is well aware of the depression that's happening, that's keeping people working slowly rather than being able to actually do a good quality job at work, you know. Some people are realising that we could put our money in better into better funds, you know, to funding for better solutions on the earth. So there's so much going on. But the main changes need to happen within us. You know, it needs to be a awakening on the earth, because it's no good just changing one sector of business or changing this about a certain aspect of our society. You know, it needs a global movement, a global change to occur, you know. And the best I can say is that everyone needs to be able to break out of the cage that they're stuck in, the cage. And some of us want to and some of us don't, and that's okay for the people who don't as well. But some of us who are aware enough need to get our act together and come together and try and sort things out. But anyway, earlier I was doing a little talk with my mate about finding balance and trying to stay within your truth. I'm just walking past some people here, so it kind of puts me off a lot. Staying in balance and in your truth. And like that, not being swayed by things, being stayed in your strength and in your power, no matter what's going on around you, sort of thing. You know, that is a very difficult thing to do, and for most humans, almost impossible to stay in every situation, you know, stay within their power. To stand up for what you feel is right, even when everyone's saying you're talking rubbish, you know. To fight for freedom, to fight for truth, you know, to stand for truth rather than the lies and the corruption, you know, to not lie to people. You know, all of these things are going to move humanity forward. Because it's this very lies and corruption that the foundation has been laid upon, because the energy of lies and corruption goes deeper than just corporations and greed and money. You know, corruption goes deep into the spirit realm, in which not every part of the spirit realm is all lights and roses and pretty bubbles and whatever, you know. It's not all cloud nine in spirit realm. So anyway, we're at a very special time on the planet, and each of us has a gift to bring. We are all unique and special. And we need to start bringing that gift. And there's a lot of distractions along the way to distract us away from the highest potential, to focus on a lesser, more mundane task, so that we don't fulfill our destiny, I don't know if the destiny is the right word there, but something like that. So you see, this is the angle I come from. I come from that there is energy working for us and energy working to actively derail us, because the energy that is in control on the planet is afraid of the souls and the spirits of the human population igniting again with power. I'll say that again. The energies on this planet that are actively controlling and affecting the human race are afraid of us stepping into our power and becoming once again a strong population, a strong nation of humans in their power that is unstoppable, that will create big changes on the earth. Absolutely special and big changes on the earth. And I'm not kidding you, the energies that are doing these things are aware of me talking about this and are aware of most humans and where they're at, their story, their life story, their paths, how to manipulate them, how to get them caught in ego dramas. You know, this has been a very, very long programmatic weakening of the human race. And we are so ingrained and habitually caught it within these patterns over the thousands of years that we have fallen from our highest heights of being connected to the oneness that all is. We have been disconnected or taken into, fooled into, you know what I'm trying to say, distracted away from the higher goal of humanity for a very long time. So anyway, we're here to break this spell and stand once again in our power again, you know. And I encourage anyone, anything that is stopping them from standing in their power, and I know on an ultimate level it's only them, but anything external that does not serve, tell it to bugger off, you know. Either walk away from it or change the situation and keep making it better, because if we start going up the spiral, and I mean, in other words, tomorrow is going to be better than today was, and the next day and the next day, because the choices that I make in this moment are affecting the future. Each positive choice adds up, and can you imagine the power of that, adding all those positive choices up, all stacks on top of each other? The amount of power that one has to actually create positive change. If tomorrow you say, I'm going out for a run, I'm going to get really strong, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to eat healthily, you know, all of these things help the body vibrate at a higher level, and you will connect with your spirit. If you go far enough doing that, you will go out one day and go into nature and go, oh my God, you know, like, I feel so much beauty in the world. I feel my heart is opening, you know. And it's not about anything cosmic, it's about something fucking real. It's about being really connected to life, about not being disconnected and dissociated from numbed out crappy foods, you know, and chemical filled whatever, and society's noise and, you know, all this stuff that is bombarding, designed to switch off the human mind, to switch us off from our truth. It has all been manipulated through generations in order to take us away from our sovereign connection to the truth, connected to our earth mother, connected to life, which is all around us. You know, when you go out into nature, if you're anything like me, for years it's just been like, oh, you know, nature, what's that? That's pretty boring. I mean, it looks nice, yeah, but blah, 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 there's nothing out there for me. You know, my only hope is in the city where I become somebody and I can stand and all this rubbish. Like, you know, all of this is going to fall away. Everything's going to fucking fall away. You know, all of the accomplishments that we do is going to fall away. It's nice to make our family proud and, you know, our friends happy to see that we've done whatever and make us happy that we achieve stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that all of these things have to fall away. So we're talking about, let's focus on the things that truly matter, that matter long term. The planet matters long term. You know, the planet matters. It's worth putting energy into that, to helping the planet and its people. Even the planet will, I expect, die, you know, or whatever happens to it, I don't know. But the main thing, I think, is that evolution needs to happen, you know. On this planet we need evolution, and the agendas that have happened on the earth have been designed to slow that evolution down, to slow it down so that we are being held back from our fullest potential on the earth. Because, as I say, the other energies that have invested a lot of energy in keeping us dumbed down and asleep are afraid of us waking up and taking back the power. You know, so it's big stuff. It's big stuff. Well, it's the biggest stuff. You know, it's the biggest. This is the biggest stuff we're talking about on the earth. You know, the biggest things are, well, one, not destroying the planet, you know, and waking up as a human species, you know, so that we're no longer destroying the planet and ourselves, because we don't know what the hell's going on anymore. You know, nobody knows the proper answers, you know, but all I can say is that I've learnt that humans are being manipulated and have been for a very long time. I think I'll stop it there. Yeah, take care, people. That was just a little rant because I've not talked for ages. But please don't just like spend ages listening to my video when you need to actually get out and do something and walk or whatever. And you know, it's not worth listening to someone rambling on. It's better to go breathe, deep breathe, get into your power, do some meditation, you know, connect into yourself and ask yourself, what do I need to be doing right now? What's the most important thing for me? Not what society says I should do, not what my friends says I should do, not what my fears says I should do, but what should I actually do? You know, what flipping matters in this life, because life is special, life is a gift, and we are very, very lucky to be here and experience what we're experiencing, but we need to start to be able to actually live it fully with our power, to live it fully, to feel truly alive, you know, to feel free, because freedom is our natural state, a natural state of freedom the earth provides for us, and we would be naturally at peace within this environment. But the humans are not right in the head. Trust me on that. The humans are not right in the head.